talked to Piper, we talked to Valoghead, and let's see, Spray. We've got the peace. Valentine says we should take this good neighbor. Gonna try to piece together what was left of Cat. So we're just gonna continue there. Alright, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget about my boy Elite734. That's ELITE_734. Check out his stream. Got some good stuff going there. Doing a little Mud Runner gameplay and doing that scary amnesia game. But anyway, back to this. Gonna continue on here.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
Oh, there's Piper wandering around. Alright, so head on our way here. Still a pretty safe place since we're on the outskirts of Diamond City here. They got a lot of guards and mounted guns. See, there's a guard. Well, security, Diamond City security, yeah. And there's a bank. Oh. I hear gunfire in the distance. Pretty typical when you're in the city. Very dangerous. Gonna just make our way to Good Neighbor. It's a settlement that the ghouls started because Diamond City is pretty bigoted and doesn't allow ghouls inside. So they started their own little city. Got some dangerous spike traps here. It's like a super mutant. Oh no. And we're spotted. So we're gonna just run out of here. Hopefully Nick will take the hint and follow. Not really trying to fight random mobs out in the open world. Just want to complete this quest. Make our way through the ruins of Boston. Sounds like we got some raiders around here. Once again, we're just gonna run through. And here's a good place to go because raiders apparently will not follow you near Boston Commons, since they're very afraid of Swan out there. And I don't blame him. He's pretty big and pretty bad. We're gonna leave him alone. Although I might try and get a look at him while we're over here. He's usually out in that pond there. Yeah, there he is. That's Swan. Of course, you can see the skull there. He's pretty tough. We're gonna leave him alone. Looks like Nick is falling. I'm gonna go try and pick him up. We may need to take this guy out. So 50-50 chance. Let's try it. Well, he's running away. We'll let him go. No reason to kill him if he's not going to attack us. See if I can find Nick. Kind of holding up the story here, but I don't want Nick to reset back to...
Just what I needed.
There
You
we
playing
go.
hide and seek?
Continue on.
What the hell was that?
Raiders hearing me again, but
One of my cases
they
dead
should
end and lost in common. I prefer not to.
companion with you. They usually warn you. I know Piper warns me about commons. Everyone knows to stay away from this place. And there's a lot of signs. We saw the signs, stay back, warning, dangerous, all of those. There's a little tour guide. He's a neat little NPC to talk to. And we're already almost there. Drive in, fly out. Gasoline, diesel, fusion, best services nationwide. Great order cigarettes available at the register. Full service, self-service, automatic service. A lot of services. Car wash while you refuel. Our robots bring the... Can't read the rest. Total power by Boston for Boston. That's the mass fusion ad there. Walk past this. Oh. Zombies. We got that cemetery full of zombies there. Go ahead and back up. Try to get hit. Nope. Looks like we need to jump up on the car. Looks like we're missing. I'm gonna cancel out of that. Just manually.
You're in for it now.
There we go. There we go. See if we get anything. Got some bottle caps. Oh no. Well, that was close. Thankfully we survived. Go ahead and grab those bottle caps. Keep moving. And that's the cemetery there that's usually full of zombies. Move on through the ruins of Boston. Looks like we got some super mutants around here somewhere. Well, let's see if we can go around on this bridge here. Some more examples of these beautiful cars. There we go, if we can open that. Nope. See if we can find a way in.
Nothing there now.
Well, great. Looks like there's no door through those walls, so now we've been spotted by something. Mole rats. Okay. And take those out.
Shit's got ambush all over it.
I'll be doing the world a service.
Ooh. One of those little jump scares there. glowing one.
What the?
Look, I may be kind of trapped here. Oh, legendary. Alright, we want to get that one to get his loot. So. Okay.
It was. It's gone now.
Back it in, boys. Get out.
See what we got. Mutant Slayer's Metal Right Arm reduces damage from super mutants by 15%. We'll take that just because it's legendary. I don't actually care too much for that effect, but gosh, let's see if we can stimp back that leg. There we go. Oh, we must be over encumbered. Walk. Let's see, we're hungry and thirsty, so we'll just use some food and water here. Still thirsty. Drops. Oh, I really want to keep those. Alright, let's see. Oh, move. Raider again. So I've kind of backed myself into a bad place.
You sure you saw something?
Alright, we're trying to make our way back. Well, we got a legendary dog here. And we need to run a little bit here. Let Nick get some shots off. We're out of AP, so
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that?
manually shoot that.
Hey, you find any pieces of my leg? Grab them.
Nick, robots are funny. Alright, we got a gun from him. Alright, I'll use this to replace my 10mm pistol at some point. More limb damage, alright, and we can grab some bullets. Oh, we're gonna be full after that, so let's trade
See what I can
Valentine.
do.
Maybe he can carry these, nope. Probably need to get rid of some of these, yeah. We'll take these pistols, drop them. Still can't carry anymore, goodness. Those pistols. I guess the rifles with no mods, we'll take those. Wow. Oh, we'll get some of this food and eat that. And that water. I don't think I'm gonna mess around with those iguana bits. Still I cannot carry, so taking all that did me no good. Should have let him keep it. Not sure how he was holding those if he can't carry anymore. And it doesn't even matter because apparently there was a super mutant right there. Awesome. Well, looks like I will get to show the last little bit of that last quest. So that's fine. That was the part that was cut off anyway. I'll just show this talking to Piper dialogue here. Old porter diner. Let's give it one try. See if we can get that perfectly preserved pie. Here we go. On three. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Got it. Oh. 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 Did not get that perfectly preserved pie. Oh well. Diamond City was constructed in the remains of Boston's world-renowned baseball stadium. Sure was. That's number 8,762. 8,000. I don't know if I've seen that many different loading screens. Oh, VATS are the Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System. Didn't get to finish that.
You keep that synth free at arm's length. You understand me?
There's that same guy from last time. I didn't really like him because he's a little bit rude about and bigoted about old Nick. And we'll go in here and talk to Piper. You'll get to hear what really happened instead of my quick summary.
Well, well. Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg.
Well, he's dead.
Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, and I knew he wasn't going to go quietly the moment I saw him.
So, murderer and kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
Well, what now?
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Well, good idea. Let's do
I
that.
hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Well, I've already completely looted Kellogg's body, so...
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth.
Crazy brain train.
Who's coming with that?
I have to go to the memory den either way. I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
And of course, I think a detective should be able to carry his case out until the end, so even though I like Piper more, we're going to take Nick to let him finish this case.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back.
And you can see that's the end of Reunions,
While you two are out, I'm gonna
which I
do
finished
some
in the
more
last
research.
video.
I'll be here if you need me.
So, we'll go out, continue on to Good Neighbor.
Even
Oh, we
good
should probably
Read the
stop.
paper, mister.
Yeah, we'll run by the doctor while we're here in town.
Hey, see that big blimp?
This will probably be a little bit easier.
Brotherhood of
Doctor?
Steel. Why
This
are they
better
here?
be an emergency.
I don't know about an emergency,
Yeah.
but it'd
See
be
what's wrong
helpful.
with me, Doctor.
Now, go over your symptoms for me, one at a time.
Too much radiation.
Get rid of those
I
rads
feel sick.
first,
We'll clean you up, don't worry.
so that the health will have its full effect when we cure our health.
All done. Any other complaints?
Alright, now we'll
Took a few
cure our
bad
health.
hits recently. Got knocked around.
You look
And you
fine.
can see the
but-
doctor's
oh,
pretty cheap
wait.
too.
Yeah, that's gonna need to be set back in place. Let's get started. All done. Any other complaints?
That's
No
it.
other complaints.
Off you go then.
Alright.
Got too much dirt in that hair? Get it trimmed. You won't regret it.
Read all about it. An outsider's perspective on Diamond City. Are we still the Green Jewel?
So here we go, 20 minutes in and we're back where we started. The Commonwealth is occasionally plagued by radiation storms that blow in from the glowing sea far to the southwest. Yeah, it's a very cool part of this game to have some weather that's really themed out with the nuclear apocalypse. Sick of carrying around all that useless stuff? Load it into a junk jet and shoot it at unsuspecting enemies. You haven't lived until you've killed someone with a teddy bear. Well, that's terrible. Don't really want to kill people with teddy bears, but it's just a joke there. So now we know this time I'm not going to take that bridge or jump off of it. Just make our way to Good Neighbor, run past all this. Another picker up. Has this got a tailgate? No. Still can't show you. Sounds like there's dogs out there, so. Oh, there we go.
You're in for it now.
Alright. Continue on. Probably should have changed weapons. This one's not very good for, this one's mostly for humans because it gives radiation damage. That's why you'll see me weapon swap throughout this, you know, trying to get the best weapon for that certain enemy. But I like to keep this. Oh, looks like we got a nuclear bomb's been dropped somewhere. But anyway, I like to keep this one on just because it's got a nice scope on it. Give you like some binoculars to, you know, get a good view up ahead. It's also silenced, so good little stealth weapon here. As you can see, I like to do a stealthy playstyle. Stealthy and sniping. So we got Diamond City security over there. And I'll go ahead and check the local map, see if, oh, we're actually nowhere near. We're just gonna keep moving, so. Go this way here. Got a Nuka-Cola ad. Have a nuke. Oh gosh. Oh, here we go. Super Duper Mart. That's the old ad from Fallout 3. From groceries to electronics, gardening supplies to home decor, Super Duper Mart has it all. You can see the kids apparently have their own buggy for some reason, and they're shopping with their mom back there. Hopefully they're being supervised with those buggies there. And, we'll stay up high here. It's usually safer to be up. since zombies can't climb. Yeah, you're gonna run into a lot of zombies in the cities. And around trains. I can hear a zombie walking around somewhere. There he is. And of course this weapon would be useless because radiation is not going to hurt him. So we're going to switch. And we don't really need a silencer, so actually I'll use this one. Whoa! Got a lot of zombies here. Got a roamer, those are some of the tough ones. And just a little helpful tip for zombies. Of course, you know, if it's real, you just want to get a headshot. But in this one, if you don't think you're going to be able to kill it before it gets to you, you can knock out the legs, and the zombies will not be able to move. So that can be very, very helpful. You can just finish them off while they're on the ground. So thankfully I can still get a shot on this guy, so I'll have to use the radiation weapon just to get a good... Man, I missed anyway. Now Nick can pull them all over there. He'll be my tank. And I'll be single target DPS over here. Alright, let's see if that zombie had some bottle caps. Good. About the only thing useful zombies seem to drop. Unless it's legendary, of course. You always want to loot those legendary enemies, since they drop a legendary item. So we got a caravan, or what used to be a caravan. Let's see if that's lootable. And it is, but there's nothing useful. We're not gonna go in that parking garage. That looks like a scary place to be. Here's another Rocket 69. Oh, a street sweeper. Alright, that was a nice little unique vehicle. Oh, and I kind of touched on in my last video about how the game will run much faster with copies of the same vehicle as opposed to new vehicles each time. But I didn't really get into why. I was thinking about that. I figured I'd go ahead and explain. There's a small amount of memory on the processor. And of course all the electronics that you have are using a processor. That's the brain of your electronic basically. It does all the math, it does addition, subtraction. And then of course multiplication and division are just multiple additions and subtractions. But that little piece of memory right next to the processor is used to store things that are gonna... Oh, let's go ahead and finish this off. Oh man. Anyway, that small amount of memory right there close to the processor, of course, because distance is going to equal more time. So your main memory, what you would say is your hard drive, is further away from the processor, and it takes longer to load that memory. So it'll load up some of the memory straight onto the processor, and it's right there, and it can access it very fast. And of course you can quickly figure out that if the memory for one car is already there right next to the processor ready to go, then it's much faster to load 5 copies of that car than it would be to have to access your hard drive. It's going to be a slow operation to pull in different cars. So this is why you'll run into games that recycle lots of things. Like in the case of those zombies, almost every zombie has the same model. And that again is just to take advantage of that little bit of memory on the processor. Here we go, gotta run through
A
here.
lot of my cases dead end in Boston Common.
And there goes the warning about Boston Commons again. Of course we know Swan's out in that pod, not gonna show him this time. There's a super mutant.
Someone there?
Got a raider, but he won't come out here to Boston Commons, so we're just gonna keep moving. Raiders. Interestingly, they're not smart enough to be nice to people, but they are smart enough to stay away from Swan. So they got a little bit of intelligence, just not enough to be a good person. Cemetery full of zombies again. So try and sneak past them this time. So I'm just gonna move slower. Oh, there's a zombie in that bus. And of course the speed that you move and the weight of your armor is going to affect how much sound you make and how stealthy you are. So I'll just move really slow. I'm already in light armor, so I shouldn't be making too much noise because of that. And looks like we're going to make it, successfully sneaking past. Super mutants. So, man, I almost don't know if we're gonna make it without fighting something. So close. Let's take that road to the right. Where's that at? Hopefully right around this corner here. Another chassis here. Oh, that's the bridge I got on last time. So we do want to go that way. It's looking pretty bad here. So we're going to have zombies and super mutants. We make too much noise. So we'll just try to sneak. If we get caught, I'm just going to run straight to good neighbor. Hopefully everything will be okay. That sounds disgusting. Hopefully we're going to keep our guts in our guts where they're supposed to be. And oh. Great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. America in the year 2077 was a land of advanced technological achievement, and terrible civil strife, as in any age. I didn't get to finish that. Oh gosh, alright, we'll have to remember to save this time after talking to Piper. Let's go do that, and I'll go ahead and get a save started up. Oh, that is nasty looking. Looks like they were not playing baseball. Or a very strange game of baseball. Maybe they're the Mayans. Maybe they had a baseball-like game, just like they had the basketball-like game. Which, I mean, you can, I won't discuss too much of that here because it's kind of gross, but if you're interested, you can check that out. Mature content, it's, ancient humans, could be, kind of nasty.
Hey, see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they here?
Yeah, that was the Brotherhood of Steel.
Read about the man at a time.
The Prid one that we saw earlier.
200 years.
That will go straight in here.
Wool out from under your eye.
Talk to Piper real quick, and this time we'll save so we don't have to repeat this. Here we go.
Well, Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We
We
need
need
help.
help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly.
And that is a contrast, skipping
There's one
from
person
Nick
who has
to
to know,
Piper.
right? The guy who just
Got
handed
his
him
ugly
Sean.
old broken up face,
Huh.
and then her pretty little face. Oh, and he's dead.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna go quietly the moment I saw him.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing.
That is pretty
That
gross.
old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
But thankfully,
Actually, I think I already have
most of it
something.
was technological.
Kellogg
It's
had
not
this
quite as gross.
thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding
Ding,
this
ding,
crazy brain
ding.
train or not,
We won the
can't all go
lottery.
running across the Commonwealth. So, who's coming with that?
I have to go to the memory den either way.
And you
Let
know
me
I'm
introduce
taking
you
Nick to let
Amari.
him finish his case.
If you want to head there together, just say so.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
Alright, straight to a doctor. And then back to the dugout inn.
Even good people
You
do
won't
crazy
believe
things.
what's in the next issue.
I'm too friggin' slow to join the Minutemen. This better be an emergency.
Patch me up, Doc.
Now, go over your symptoms for me, one at a time.
Think I soaked up some rads out there.
All right, let's flush your system. All done. Any other complaints?
Took a few bad hits recently. Got knocked around.
Scrapes and bruises. But it's probably a good idea to get them fixed up.
Alright.
That's that. Anything?
No other complaints.
All right. Don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
And a doctor's about to pull out a cigarette. That's a doctor.
Got too much dirt in that
Well, I guess there's not really a place for him to really get a medical degree.
Radiation
But,
poisoning
he should
is a
know
common
better.
ailment.
No skull in
Of course, we all know better, actually. You don't have to be a doctor.
Park the car in the yard. How about I hammer you in the heart with a haymaker?
Read the public.
Yeah, I don't like that little piece of dialogue. It sounds very threatening.
You keep that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
Oh, we'll have another try at that perfectly preserved pie. Here we go. Yeah. Ah. Didn't get it. Oh well. I think the room should still be mine, so just go ahead and sleep another. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sleep another 8 hours. It'll be fine. Hopefully I don't get too lethargic here. Of course, in survival difficulty, you can get lethargy for sleeping too much.
Just don't throw up all over my floors.
I will try not to throw up on your floor. That does sound a little bit rude, although people can't necessarily control their bodily functions always. So here we go. Now we're all saved up. The meat obtained from many of the wasteland's animals can be specially prepared at cooking stations and turned into food items that can heal radiation damage and provide unique bonuses. Very nice. We got a picture of a little cooking station there. Nice little stove. Strength is a measure of your raw physical power. It affects how much you can carry and determines the effectiveness of all melee attacks. Very interesting. Rotate this thing around. Looks like there's a potato sitting there. Alright. Now one of these little iBots, which thankfully in this game is not going to spout a bunch of Enclave stuff out.
Defending Diamond City is nothing me, my boys, the wall, and a few turrets can't handle.
Well, alright, that's what I like to hear. You defend this place. Except for the whole bigotry and not letting ghouls inside. So you only defend people that you like, but it's okay. We don't have to participate in that. These roaches, of course, are so large you have to shoot them with a gun. Woo!
Guess we're not alone.
What the? Damn. I think that's the last of them.
And I'm not gonna eat roach meat. That sounds disgusting. Also sounds like it would make you pretty sick. Of course, in this game, you get down to where you're starving. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just a second, hit that. volume button on my controller there. There we go. And we're back. Got these little Pulaski Preservation shelter. Little poor man's apocalypse. Aww. Got his eyeglasses and his books. And interestingly enough, like if these were broken, I would say it was a tribute to that old Twilight Zone episode. Which was a pretty good episode. There's a man who just loves to read, and that's all he wants to do is read. He goes down into his fallout shelter basement, where he reads his books, and the world gets destroyed. I believe it may have been by nuclear bombs. And he comes out. Oh, and he had a very a wife that didn't want to give him time to read. Then it kind of just goes through the episode of how everything about civilization just gets in the way of his reading time. So now civilization is gone. He's got all the books that he could ever read. So it seems like he's very happy. He's just going to sit there and read his books. But, spoiler alert, you might want to skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to hear the ending and you want to watch that episode yourself. But he wears glasses, and he ends up breaking those glasses. So now he's got all the books he could ever want, but he can't read them. Typical storyline for Twilight Zone. I don't think looking bad. Those mutant hounds are pretty tough, so I'm just gonna run. Not sure where to. There we go, we'll go around this way. Huh, looks like there's a church. And it looks like some of the ideas of the church, the Christian church at least, have survived since 200 years later, Piper, while we were in the public occurrences a few minutes ago, said Jesus. So
Nothing there now.
They seem to know about Jesus. That's interesting. Of course, there are lots of Bibles. There are bound to be a few that survived. In fact, if any book survived, it would probably be a Bible, since it's bound to be the most printed book out there.
Who's out there?
Another nuclear bomb. Not sure what's going on in this city. It's a pretty dangerous place. Watch out when you're in here. Sounds like Nick's out there fighting with him too. Oh, we got some traps, a turret, and a raider. And you can always click that VATS, you know, just to let you know whether there are any bad guys or any traps. Well, just the mines, not traps, but mines. It won't actually let you know if there's a trap. Careful not to make too much noise with that shopping cart. So we're gonna walk around it. Anything metal, you know, even a can, you can hit that with your foot, it'll start rattling. One of those guys will say a classic line along the lines of, "Huh? What was that noise?" Maybe an exclamation point will pop up above their head, you never know. Here we are again. Stay back. We know this is Boston Commons, of course, and Swan is in there. I'm just warning you about that. And this little tank here
A lot of my cases dead end in Boston.
is a pretty good place to fight
A lot of my cases
Swan,
dead end in Boston.
because he can't get in here with you.
I prefer not to join them.
So you can kind of take cover there and pop a few shots, take cover, pop a few shots, you know, rinse and repeat if you're playing a similar playstyle to me. The Silver Shroud. A great little series there. I've actually heard it all. But that's a good little show to listen to. I believe it may be a little bit loosely based off of The Shadow, which is another old radio show. It's also pretty good. Who knows what lies in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. I can remember I had the Shadow toys when I was a child. We won't worry about how long ago that was. Let's just keep moving here. Again, bus full of zombies and a cemetery full of zombies. And I guess we'll go ahead and kill them. Using this just for the scope. Alright, one less zombie. And you can see even with the wasted radiation damage, you get a sneak attack. It's still good enough. Interestingly enough, this gun with radiation damage does not heal zombies. You would think that might actually heal them some, but seems to kill them. There he is. Yeah, I might like to try and get headshots, so I don't think it actually matters. Usually.
Something
No? That was not a one-hit kill. So never mind. I should try and get a headshot. Unless I want to take two quick shots like that. There we go. Clear that out and move on. "34 meters away, getting pretty close here. I assume that's meters. Of course, I'd prefer if it was feet, but it's probably meters. Oh, we're gonna run back a little bit. And we're back to where the super mutants are. So, let's see if we can figure out something.
Oh, someone should make use of it.
Oh, a pink dress. Let's get that. Maybe. Not sure how pretty it is, but we can try that out on Piper. I'll take the water. I'm not really messing with this iguana stuff anymore since I just recently saw Oxhorn. Shout out to Oxhorn. He's got some excellent Fallout videos. And actually, I won't even ruin it for you. Just go check out Oxhorn. He's got a video on the iguana bits. And you'll see just what I'm talking about. Very interesting. Just pop on over and check out his channel. He does some of the best Fallout videos out there if you're interested in just lore and figuring out what's going on. He explores all the set pieces and you know, puts together a story. He's got a video on Swan too. You can learn all about Swan, what we just saw back there in Boston Commons. Let's see. We know there's super mutants. And we're probably gonna have to kill them. So. We'll just inch forward a little bit. Oh.
What is it?
Over and comfort. Oh gosh. How long has that been happening? Alright, we'll drink that dirty water. Yeah, picked up. And let's see, we'll eat these potato chips. And all that. That's really no good because you can't plant it at your settlement anyway since it's wild. Gosh. Sorry to use up this time on inventory. Oh, it's that pink dress. Alright, well, we'll just drop a gun or something.
Here's playing tricks on me again.
Okay, we'll just throw some of those out there. Yeah, that works. Alright. Hopefully that did some damage to him. Let's just sneak on over here and try to get a headshot on these guys.
Stop hiding!
Oh, I am not gonna stop hiding. Those guys are tough.
You have to come out.
And there he is. Alright, torso shot's not gonna do much good, so I'm just gonna let that go. Although if he's walking that way, we may be able to sneak past anyway. So we'll try this real quick. Hopefully he keeps looking that way. There we go. Excellent. Here we are to continue with our story. Good Neighbor. The little city founded by the ghouls that have been kicked out of the bigoted Diamond City. Tired of the same old look? A reconstructive surgeon can give you a whole new face. Yeah, that was a patch update not too long ago that added where you could remake your character and change his face around. Similar to at the beginning where you're looking in the mirror. Here we are. Let's go to the memory den.
Well, it's the detective. Tracking down another wayward husband to his mistress?
Why? Someone stand you up?
Trying that, what do you call it? Evasive language on me? And who are you, huh? Valentine's new dick in training?
I don't know if I even want to talk to this guy. He sounds pretty mean. Oh, I could be sarcastic. That'll be fun.
We're hiring, but I don't think you measure up.
That was pretty
You just got
good.
the look of someone who's in the market for a little insurance.
Oh, no thank you. Yeah, I like back off. It's probably not going to work, but let's do it.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over everything you got in their pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody
Valentine
accidents.
didn't like that?
Nick Valentine makes a rare visit to town, and you're hassling his friend here with that extortion crap? Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
Here's old
What do you
Hancock.
care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
Who do you think
Hancock.
actually won the war?
You keep letting outsiders walk all over us.
yes.
One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something.
And that
Why'd
is
you
pretty
have to
awful.
say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
Alright, well, I don't want this guy to kill me, so I'm just gonna kind of play along with his little game here. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Alright. Well, for a mean guy that stabbed someone, he's nice, I guess, in a little bit.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So
All
long as
right.
you remember who's in charge.
Oh, I see. That's the catch right there. He's got to be the leader. Looks like there's old dead Finn. I'm not going to take anything from him.
A new player and good neighbor. Hello, little pawn. Welcome to our fun and games.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my distance from these people. Sounds like this might be like Riften. Ah, Memory Den. That's the place. Here we go. Let's get some of that storyline. Well, this is like an old vaudeville theater here. We've got the girls, girls, girls sign. Cocktails until 4 a.m. Although I don't get to have a cocktail since it would be stealing. Gwynedd Brew. New seasonal brews. On tap. See our after theater dinner menu. The theater. Oh, pretty little painting here.
Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about the lonely.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I...
And there's one of our leggy vaudeville girls.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Well, we need to talk to Dr. Amari. Yeah, why don't they have the radio on? Oh, we're going backstage here. Get to see how all the magic happens. See those amazing shadow morphs that come with this game. At least when you're in third person, you'll be able to see your own shadows. Pretty cool. Sources. I'm gonna go ahead and let Nick explain this.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Nah, don't give me that. You can do it. Oh, let's try please. Please always works. Just say please.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this. And so
there we go. Good play, Nick.
I'll take a look. But
good
no
play.
Guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Let them know that they need you as much as you need them. Alright. Yeah, I got it. Here you go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this?
Look at
This
that
isn't a
face.
brain.
That was pretty
This is-
funny.
Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Oh, gosh.
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
That is pretty nasty.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Okay, go on.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, a brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Oh. Well, thanks, Nick. I guess I gotta leave that decision up to him, but if he's willing to do it, thanks, man.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit there.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. need you to
I
keep
wonder
talking
how
to me, Mr. Valentine.
intense they get with the
Any
graphics
slight
here.
change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
A lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
Okay, so
That's
apparently
what I
that's
was
how you do
afraid
that. You just kind of point two
The
fingers
mnemonic
at him.
impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Alright. Well, let's break it.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host.
Yeah, we can
while
get a
your
parallel
consciousness
pipeline. That'll be
drives
much
through
faster.
Whatever memories we can find.
So you can make your games run faster. So let's do it.
Alright. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Of course, you also run into issues with parallel pipelines. Because if you ask for an answer that the other pipeline is not completed, it'll crash your system. Oh, here we go. Guess I need to sit in this thing. Looks a lot like those pods in Fallout 3. Where we went to that black and white city with the crazy guy. Here we go. Still using the old TVs.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Hold on. I'm sitting down. I think I'll be alright.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmented.
Neurons.
I'll try to step you through the
And
intact
dendrites.
memories.
Pretty
I
cool.
hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Oh, when they're firing electrical impulses.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
This is pretty cool. Oh, looks like we got a bridge to walk on. Alright, can I go to third person here? No, I cannot. Alright, we're locked in the first person. And I wonder if I can fall off of that. Nope.
Remember, you are experiencing
Oh,
these
there's really
memories
nothing to
as
do here
Kellogg.
except walk.
This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio. I'm trying to sleep.
Well, he doesn't sound very nice. Oh, that's the NCR from Fallout. Well, just Fallout, but it didn't have a number.
Joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie.
Alright, small disclaimer here.
This.
This is a mature rated game. We're just going to continue on.
You're a family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy.
Well, you might turn out like him now you gave him a gun.
Oh, useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I
Ooh,
will,
don't point
Mom.
that at me.
I promise. We won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Support our
There
troops,
appears
buy
to be
war bonds
another
today.
intact memory
And
close
make
to
yourself
you in
a
temporal sequence.
small amount of profit. Although, you gotta be sure it keeps up with inflation. Since they can be 50-year bonds. Alright, lend a hand for Uncle Sam. Enlist today.
Turn down the
I think he's got. Oh, it's just gonna replay. Let's get out of here. Oh. Let's click that.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
I'm not sure why Kellogg would be narrating, but there we go. I mean, does he know I'm in his brain right now? Seems like he would kick me out. I'd kick people out if they got in my brain. Oh, here he is all grown up.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You gotta give it a chance.
Oh, no.
I finally got steady work with a good outfit.
Oh, that's his father.
Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this
Wait,
was a
me?
mistake. I'm just...
Oh, okay, got it.
Are you sure these
This
guys
is a
know
woman
what
that
they're
he has
doing?
met.
They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
Oh, no.
I never worried about you before.
Does this sound a little bit
Must be
like
my mama
Anakin, huh?
instincts kicking in.
This is how he turns into
Maybe why
Vader.
it goes, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen.
Well,
it's gonna be
see what
great.
she's interested in.
See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
Well, he
I
did
know.
listen to his mother.
I'm sure we're gonna be really happy.
Normally a good idea. I'm not
We
sure
are.
how good of an idea it
We'll
is
see.
here.
That's okay. I got it.
So it looks like he had a
Let's keep looking.
baby
I'll
and
connect you
a
to the next intact memory.
girlfriend, I guess. Not sure how they did marriages without the state. Walk along these neurons and dendrites, shooting their electrical impulses. It's pretty cool looking.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Oh no.
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs.
Oh no.
And you weren't there to help them.
Wow, sounds like somebody's about to die. And since we met Kellogg, we know it's not him.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind
Liquors.
if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Oh, here we are at the bar.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it?
Oh no, bad
So who do you
idea.
want, Dad?
Half now and half when it's
Well,
done.
It's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
So I'll just walk along this trail again. See what's next.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
Oh no,
So,
this is where he
you're
really
with
starts
the
going
Institute.
bad.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been
Whoa,
rather
he's
disruptive
missing a jaw.
of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only... The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time.
Oh no.
They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them
Yeah,
if you
they
want to work
look
with the
very
Institute.
creepy. Like something out of Terminator.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more...
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Oh, I see. Kellogg came
Very
here for
well.
money, huh?
B-748. Initiate.
Hmm. Ha ha ha. That's interesting. I'm kind of rooting for Kellogg
Impressive.
here.
We may have something to talk about after all.
But that was...
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
So that was really ambushy. That's not fair. She had 3 cents on him. So I'm glad he took care of that. Oh no.
Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
You're gonna make me watch this again?
All computers are still working. That's good.
This is so
Checking
sad.
through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just...
My wife, is she alive?
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah.
Well, you still killed
I
her.
guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Why would that be better? That's some twisted logic. Great. Well, here's me.
This is the one. Here.
Banging on the glass. I couldn't do anything.
Open it.
Oh, stop it. You can't shoot me. You can't shoot through me. I'm gonna stand in the way.
Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
I'm gonna save her this time.
Come here. Come here, baby.
And I apparently can't attack or anything, but...
Let the boy go.
No! No!
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go.
And that's why you're dead, Kellogg.
Cryogenic
That's why you ain't nothing but a little piece of brain.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. Alright, we're good.
Who's this person?
I'm sorry you had to go through that again.
Yeah, that would be
found
awful,
another
especially if
intact
it was
memory.
real.
Whenever you're ready.
Who would want to relive that?
Is
Oh my
that
gosh.
your son?
Sean.
This appears to be
Wasn't
a
my
very recent
idea to
memory,
settle down with
so
the kid in the middle
good
of
news, I
Diamond
think.
City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family.
Aww.
I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
So this is how many years? He's about 10 maybe? Missed out on all of that. Didn't get to see him take his first steps. Didn't get to hear his first word.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists
is this a robot?
has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Oh, let's find him.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
My goodness, these people are so callous.
One of the top bioscience boys?
Just talk about killing somebody like it's nothing.
So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes.
Aww.
Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Oh no, they told him somebody else was his father. I'm your father, Sean. Well, Nate is your father.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
The text said sometime, but it sounded like the kid said soon.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. I didn't ever want to be in this guy's brain anyway. He's a bad man.
And nobody's crying but me. Friends all over know I'm crying. To forget about how much
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm fine. I don't know how my protagonist character is, but I'll say he's fine.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Well, what else are we gonna do? We gotta find Virgil.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was?
Yeah, like, where's my son?
The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there. Not even to hide.
Yeah, perfect hiding spot. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak. A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Yeah, I got this. Let's do it.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way,
Power armor.
I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
And there we go. Just finished up Dangerous Minds. Gonna start up the glowing sea. Alright, well, there you have it. It's Kellogg's memory from the Memory Den. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to hit up my boy Elite734. That's ELITE_734. He's got some good videos there. He's doing playthroughs of I was playing a scary game last night, and he does the Mud Runners. New little mud run game. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to me. And we'll continue on next time. I'll see you then when we finish with the glowing sea.